Okay, Julie, let's move to the next food group. What about the meats?
The meats provide the protein that will help to build muscle and strengthen a baby's immune system. And this would be the turkey, chicken, and beef varieties of baby food. But this food group can really be held off until 8 or 9 months of age or even longer. And that's because breast milk and formula are excellent sources of highly digestible protein. So there's no real urgency to rush to meats to supplement his protein needs. For Micah, I'll probably introduce him to meats after 9 months, and I'll just take the meats that we're eating for dinner and puree some of it for him. Again, he's getting the protein he needs from me.
And since we're talking about protein, we need to share some cautions regarding eggs, which are an excellent source of protein, but not for babies. That's because so many children under a year have an allergic reaction to egg whites, and it is strongly recommended to keep them out of a baby's diet until 13 months of age. While a baby can tolerate a cooked yolk, there really is no great advantage to offer just the yolk in light of other protein sources. Now, another popular food is yogurt.
It is popular. You just look in the grocery store in that refrigerator section and there are a ton of choices. And I do like to introduce my children to yogurt, but I usually wait until they're closer to a year. And I always look for the full fat varieties. And they'll often have yogurts especially made for babies that have the full fat. No diet yogurts for babies. And since they're often mixed with fruits and sometimes have some added sugar in them, they may show a preference to the yogurt just like they do to fruits. I also look for a dairy allergy. I did have one of my children that did show a dairy allergy when I introduced yogurt, so you got to look out for that.
Well, yogurt certainly is something that has changed with today's society. We had to make our own. Okay, finally, there's one more food source, and that is fruit juices. Fruit juices are not only the last of the food options to become part of your baby's diet, but the least necessary. Baby juices are not as healthy as many parents believe. Nutritionally speaking, you can hold juices off until your baby is a year or more because juices are more of a fun alternative for your baby than something your baby needs nutritionally. Julie, I know you tend to hold off on the juices. What's your rationale for doing that?
I do hold off with my little ones, and for them a juice snack is more of a special treat now and then and not a daily privilege. When I offer it, it's in a sippy cup, never a bottle, and I dilute the juices by 50 to 75% with water because they're so sweet. Another thing first-time moms must stay mindful of is the difference between a fruit drink and a fruit juice. Fruit drinks only have a percentage of fruit juice, supplemented with lots of added sugars and sulfates. Fruit juices, on the other hand, are labeled 100% fruit juice with no additives. When you introduce juices, they should be clear liquids with an easy-to-swallow consistency. Juices that contain pulp like orange or grapefruit juice are more difficult to swallow and should be held off until a year or longer.
And the last word from a mom and grandma's perspective regarding juices: begin as you mean to go. Think ahead to when your little one becomes mobile. You might want to consider, I strongly encourage you to consider designating a specific place or chair for their juice snack, or any snack for that matter. You will hear more about this in our next series, Preparation for the Toddler Years.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to see more, and check out the growingfamilies.life website to find more resources and to get connected.